Hi, I'm Lisa Kowalczyk, Executive Director of the Medicine Hat and District Chamber of Commerce, and I'm joined by Nicole Murphy. She's the Community General Manager, and she oversees all the locations, CIBC locations in Medicine Hat, Redcliffe, and Brooks. So welcome, Nicole, and I'm so glad you were able to take some time to chat with us today. So can you tell us—
Hello, so nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
Can you tell us a bit about CIBC and the value and services that you're providing within our community?
Yeah, absolutely. So as you said, we have several locations in Medicine Hat, Redcliffe, and then we have our Brooks location as well, all of which are open to clients. So we are here for you in person, virtual, however it is that you may need us. We've also got some really great partners with our mobile investment consultants, and we have a mobile mortgage advisor as well. So they're more than happy to meet with you wherever or whenever it's convenient. And then of course we do have our fantastic commercial team for any of those larger businesses as well, who are based out of our downtown location. So at CIBC, we provide financial advice and planning to both personal and business clients. And our commitment to the community is we want to get to know you. We want to find out what's important to you, what goals you have, and then work alongside you to create a plan that's going to achieve that. So in addition to providing financial services for the community, we also try and give back to the community that we live in. So we do a lot of volunteering, fundraising, and we track all of our volunteer hours. Every hour that we volunteer, we earn dollars, and then we give that directly back to some local organizations as well. So in March, we pooled some funds together, gave it to the Medicine Hat Food Bank. We support Quonset Days, Halo, on an annual basis, and much more. So this is our home too, and we want to make sure we support the community that we live in.
That's amazing. And of course, I know Quonset Days just announced their lineup for 2021 already. So it's great to see you active and involved in the community. So I know that many of our banks have been assisting businesses and individuals through COVID, but we know that you've also had to adapt in this new environment as well. So what have you been doing to cope with COVID-19, and how has CIBC adapted to this new environment?
Yeah, so, as an essential service, we had to adapt very quickly and come up with a plan so that we could continue to serve our clients, but do it safely. And I was really proud of the response that our organization had to the pandemic. Of course, we have to adhere to all of the Alberta Health Services protocols. So, with the deployment of PPE in our locations, we did temporary wage increases to any staff members who had to come into the banking centers during this time. And then we set up like mini team structures as well within our branches so that we could keep more locations open while also limiting the amount of staff we had working closely together, just so we could keep everybody safe. Overall, I think CIBC did a really great job of making sure that we could continue to be there when our community needs us the most, but also, of course, protect the well-being of our clients and our employees. From a national perspective, we saw one of the biggest pushes in technology to our branches that we've ever seen. We were deploying laptops, we were increasing our remote capabilities, and many other advancements, which made it easier to help our clients, no matter what their circumstances were. And then our clients are adapting as well. So online and mobile banking registration just skyrocketed. Clients have been taking advantage of remote signing for documents, and then even engaging in virtual meetings, just like you and I are doing right now.
That's amazing. So obviously there's been a lot of supports that CIBC as a bank has provided to you as individual branches. What other supports have helped you deal with this, and what supports would you recommend to others?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I would say that the Chamber of Commerce has some awesome resources that are available to the businesses in the community. I know that your team has engaged with myself and our commercial manager, Darren, a few times over the last 7 months. Whether we're fact checking information, collecting resources, for your guys' distributions. So personally, I can say the collaboration with your team and the community, it's just been outstanding. So I would check that out if you're looking for any of those resources. But in addition to that, we have so many different supports and resources that are available, whether you are a personal or a business client. Our website, CIBC.com, has a big COVID link right on the main page. You can't miss it. And then that helps you discover and apply for any of the internal CIBC supports available, and as well some of the government supports that have come out too. That being said, there are so many options, and it can be very overwhelming to try and sort through everything that's there. What do I qualify for? So my biggest recommendation would be to just come down, sit in with somebody, and then let us help you determine what next steps are right for your business or for your personal circumstances, and then we'll make a plan together.
I think that's so key. That's something we've been hearing time and again, is that there's so much information and it's so daunting to go through. So to have somebody to assist and walk through, and thank you. At the Chamber, we pride ourselves in being able to support and help our business community. So I'm glad it's been of assistance. And I know our banks have been key partners in all of this. So thank you for everything that you do. Do you see any gaps in support or things that you see your organization or our business community needing in particular from the conversations that you've had?
Honestly, when I think about gaps, my mind is drawn towards, processes, the dollars and cents of it all, those tangible items that we can control. And I think we do have the supports available for the community. But one thing I did notice as a gap, and I think our community is noticing and feeling this as well, is, well-being and mental health is something that needs to be addressed in a much bigger way. And I think every member of our community, CIBC included, has a role to play in that. So, we need to take care of ourselves. We need to take care of others. And it can be just as simple as being kind, having understanding and compassion when we're interacting with each other. And, it can go all the way up to, big things like creating events or groups to raise, awareness for these certain things. As a leader, I personally had to rethink some of the ways that I talk to my team and my clients. A lot more questions about how are you doing? What are you doing for yourself to take care of your well-being? And it's my responsibility to make sure my staff know the internal supports that are available to them, just as it's their responsibility to make sure that our clients know what resources are available for them as well. From a client perspective, finances play a huge factor into stress levels and well-being, and whether you're a personal client or a business client. So I just want to make sure everybody knows that no matter what your circumstances are, you deserve the time and attention of your financial advisor, and we genuinely just want to see you and want to help you out. So you may have a small goal, you want to increase your financial literacy or learn how to e-deposit a check. We're here for that, all the way up to some of those brave entrepreneurs who've been still going after their dreams during the pandemic. Big or small, we care about you and you all matter.
That's amazing. So well said, Nicole. And I know that's been so top of mind in our community, and certainly turning to resources that are out there in the community. So whether Canadian mental health or other resources, or as you said, we know a lot of stresses come from financial matters. And so working with your financial team as part of that support system is so important. So are there programs or special causes or little known facts about CIBC that you'd like to share with our community? I know you touched on a few of those a little bit earlier on in terms of the causes, but what can you tell us about CIBC that people may not know about?
Yeah, absolutely. So we just wrapped up one of our biggest events of the year, our CIBC Run for the Cure, which we do annually to raise funds and awareness for the breast cancer research. And this year, of course, we did a virtual run, so it definitely had a bit of a different look and a feel to it. But we were still able to, raise some money, raise some awareness, and we're certainly looking forward to coming together in person when we can. And then we've got some exciting things on the go for November. We're going to be partnering with the Movember Foundation to raise funds and awareness for mental health. So we're really looking forward to helping out with that special cause. It's something that's very near and dear to us. And then, you know, as far as little known facts, I mean, we've been in the community for quite some time. And this isn't really a fact, but I pulled some old archive photos, and I'm going to hold them up here and hopefully they come through clear. But I thought I would show you these. These are photos from 1906. And they were taken by Sir Edmund Walker, who was the general manager and president of the Canadian Bank of Commerce. So he took a train trip from Northern Ontario to Vancouver because he wanted to witness the rapid expansion in the West. And then these are photos that we have on file from his personal album. So I thought I would just hold them up here and hopefully you can see them, but that's the CPR Bridge in Medicine Hat in 1906. And then this, I know, and then this is South Railway Street, what it looked like back in 1906, a little bit different there. And then just to show you the style of the times, this was the branch manager of the CIBC in Medicine Hat, and then some of his employees who were standing on his front doorsteps. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of history about us in the community.
That's great. I love our history, and here in Medicine Hat, and the archives are a great resource for those types of photographs and background in history. So thank you for sharing that. And of course, as we take a look back, we're also taking a look forward. So what are some of the things that you're looking forward to as we move ahead?
So, you know, I'm really looking forward to just continuing to support some of the local businesses in town. There's a lot of really cool new places to check out. And then, of course, we want to support the existing ones. You know, I'm not getting promos for any of these, but the Common downtown is a new place that's just absolutely awesome. They have great smoothies. You know, I think I probably have enough plants from botanicals to start my own forest. And then, of course, the food trucks in town have become a large part of my diet these days. But, you know, really want to shop local, support local. And as we've got Christmas coming up this year, you know, the holidays look and feel different this year. But I think it's really important to just make sure that we're thinking about some of our local business owners. They need our support. They will continue to need our support. And we've got some great places in town. So I'm just looking forward to being able to continue going to them.
Absolutely. Hear, hear. I couldn't agree more. And Tourism Medicine Hat has some great resources. So in addition to our directory, Tourism Medicine Hat has the new experience guide, which is really cool. That has some great experiences for people, you know, when you're doing those staycations. And then they produced a new food guide as well, which showcases all the amazing restaurants that we have. And of course, we have our Local First campaign, where we're just really driving home the value and importance of supporting our local businesses. So key, particularly as we head into the holiday season, because it's going to look a little bit different. I saw another campaign that I think would be great to have here in Medicine Hat. It's called Keep the Christmas Cheer Here. And so I think that's something that we can focus on as we go forward into the holiday season. So as we close up here, Nichole, what's that one piece of advice or nugget of information that you'd offer up to other businesses?
Yeah, you know, my best advice at this point in time is just for businesses to stay in close contact with their banker and leverage them for those advice and solutions. You know, this is an unprecedented time in our history that businesses are going through right now. And, you know, they require all the help they can get. So, you know, keep in touch. Even if you think you don't need anything from the bank, reach out, come on in, do a review, see what's new, and just stay working through it together.
Thank you so much for your time, Nichole, and for those pieces of information and insights and inspiration. It was such a pleasure chatting with you today.
Thanks for having me.